Hello, ladies. I'm sure that you, like myself, have watched television shows, documentaries, etc., about the sordid underbelly of street life of some cities. And we've watched women get in the cars of strange men with guys that they've never seen before. And then we never see those women ever again. And sometimes their bodies are never found. Ladies, there are nuts out here today in 2025. Do you realize that the Jeffrey Dahmers of the world and other mass murderers are men who were dominated and controlled by their mothers, so much so that they develop a hatred for women? They can't take it out on their mother, so they take it out on other women. And they show their disdain and hatred for their mothers by sexually abusing and or killing women. And yet, with new Ted Bundys and other psychopaths lurking in plain sight, ladies, many of you are approached by strangers who want to get your number and they want to take you out and they want to spend time with you. And with all of the women that we've seen be raped, killed, bodies mutilated over the decades, some of you incredibly go on dates with complete strangers that you know nothing about, and you put your lives at risk. It is absolutely incredible to me in this day and age. Hi, I'm Pastor Frankie Leggett III, and I want to welcome you to 90 Days to Find Your Soul Mate. This is day 88 of my 90-day challenge to post a video addressing some of the issues that affect women, particularly single women, every day for 90 days. And I'm almost at the almost at the end of this journey. All right. And today, and I'm going to be talking about the fact that smart dating can save your life. So, ladies, you must pay attention. This might be, of all 88 that I've done and all 90 that I will ultimately do, this might be the single most important one of them all. So you need to watch it, and then you need to share it with another woman, because many of you are guilty of what I'm about to share here today. All right? Smart dating can save your lives. So pay attention. I have a client that I love dearly, love this young lady dearly. And she informed me that she had bumped into a guy that she had met previously. All right. He asked her out and she said yes. And I'm not, this was a couple of years ago, so I'm not exactly sure of the itinerary for the evening. I think it was a movie and then dinner and to her house to hang out after dinner. They go to the movie, they go to a restaurant, and then after the restaurant, they get in the car. And when they're in the car, he says to her, "Oh, we're going to my house." Now, she felt some kind of way because she knew that the itinerary had changed. She knew that she should not be doing this. But she relented and she went anyway. Next day, next day she called me and she informed me of the situation. And she informed me that, she went along with it. She did not protest. She did go over to his house. They hung out, and nothing happened. Okay, he didn't even try anything. And I fussed her out royally. I said, you will never do that one again. And ladies, if there ever was one, that was a prescription for disaster. She could have been raped. Worse yet, she could have been killed and mutilated. Let me repeat. When she told me what happened and how she relented and didn't protest, I fussed her out for allowing herself to be put in that situation. And because of that scenario with her, I came up with something that I want to share with you that I call smart dating. With smart dating, you need to inform someone in your inner circle, family member, friend, church member, whatever, that you're going out on a date. You especially need to do this if the guy is a complete stranger, and not only did you not know him prior to him approaching you, but no one in your inner circle knew him either. It is especially true that you need to do smart dating with this individual. That notwithstanding, even if you and your entire family knows the guy, you still need to practice the smart dating and the practice and the steps that I'm about to share with you. So, prior to going out on a date, number one, you need to establish, ladies, you need to have an accountability partner. All right? What's an accountability partner? So let me share this with you. This is a true story from my life. A few years ago, before I met my, before I started dating and ultimately married my wife, I met a young lady and we started talking. I flew her here to PA, put her in a hotel. But before leaving, her children insisted that I had to send her, the mother, a copy of my driver's license, which obviously included my address. So, ladies, do not merely just accept word of mouth of his address. Psychopaths lie. Okay? Especially, and you don't know that. Because if you're going out with a complete stranger, you could be going out with an axe murderer. It could potentially be your last day on earth. Be smart. Date smart. Okay? I had to give them a copy of my driver's license. And I didn't have any issues with it because I had already developed this smart dating concept. And this is what I teach. So obviously I have to practice what I preach. And so they had my driver's license, they had my address, and they had my phone number. So in the event anything happened, they knew where to send police to. Ladies, you have to do it today. You have to protect yourself. Because if you don't protect you, nobody else will. All right? So when they asked, I didn't have not one issue with providing it because I knew the girls, her daughters, were trying to protect their mother, which is exactly what should be happening. All right? So make sure, if it's someone you just met, but even if it's someone that everybody in your inner circle knows, your accountability partner needs to know his name. And if he's a stranger to that circle, to your circle, you need a copy of his driver's license and you need his phone number. Get all of that information before you leave and go anywhere with this guy. All right? That is number one. Let's go to number two. You need to inform your date that your accountability partner has his information. Inform him that a family member, a friend, somebody, you don't have to call their name. He doesn't need to know their name, but he needs to know that somebody has that information. In fact, you need to talk to them on your way to where you're going to let them know, hey, I'm here with so-and-so, call his name. I told you I was going out with so-and-so. We're going out. So we're on our way to dinner. We're going to the movie. We're going to the park. We're going to we're going to a theater, whatever it is. Let him know that someone is holding him accountable, that you are not alone in this situation. Protect yourself, because if it's the wrong guy, you only get one chance to get it right. If he's a psychopath, you only get one chance to get it right. Protect yourself. Number three, if the itinerary changes one iota, protest. No. We agreed that we were going to go to a movie or to a dinner, and then you were going to drop me off at home. No, I am not going to your house. No, because no, Then stop the car, let me out. Okay? Protest. I don't care if it's somebody you've known since childhood. Do not let a man change the plans on you. Ever. Don't allow yourself to be put in that situation. I am going to intentionally be redundant here. And here's my point. If it's a psychopath, you only get one chance to get it right. Because if you don't get it right, you may never be heard or seen from again. Protect yourself. That's number three. Number four. If he persists on changing the plans, you must call your partner immediately and let them know what's going on in the car. And for God's sakes, don't you ever leave the house with a guy. I don't care if you've known him all your life. Don't you ever leave the house with a guy and your phone is not completely charged. Ever. Okay? When you protest, if he doesn't back down and go back to the original plan, you got to call somebody. All right? And that your accountability partner will then have the responsibility of taking over things from there. They might need to call the police. They may need to call some family to go where you're going. All right? That's number four. All right? So then your accountability partner needs to kick it in gear and do whatever that person thinks is right to save and protect your life. All right? His feelings don't matter here. Don't worry about hurting his feelings. even if you have to call the police, because sometimes you only get one chance to get it right. It's number 4. Number 5, once you make that call to your partner, to your accountability partner, they need to contact you every 15 to 30 minutes. It could be a text, it could be a phone call. I don't care what it is. They need to stay in contact with you so that they know and the guy knows that there's somebody that you are not alone. The guy knows that you are not alone. That's the most important thing. He needs to know, number 1, we have all your information. And number 2, we have somebody who is monitoring this situation. That's number 5. Now, I forgot to add this one, and I just thought about it just now. And I'm forgetting what the app is called, but my kids, my children, my girls, my daughters, put an app on my phone. They can look at their phones and know where I am 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a tracking device. You need to have this is number 6. This is number 6. All right. Now I forgot about it until just now. Your accountability partner, and maybe others, you need to have a tracking device, and they can see where you are at all times. Now, so that they can know if the plans change, they can already know in real time if they're paying attention. Okay, all right, he's not going in the direction of her house. He's going somewhere else. He's going to a remote area. Please. You don't need to call her then. You need to call the police. And you need to have given make and model of the car, driver's license. I had to give up all of that, and I had no problems with it. Honest people will not. Okay? Psychopaths, crooks, and thieves may give you pushback. If that's the case, you better not get in that car. If you like living, you better not get in that car with that guy. Okay? So, just to be clear, you need an accountability partner. If the plans change, your accountability partner, you need to call them. If once you protest, if he does not go back to the original plan, you need to get them on the phone. And as soon as your partner sees that the plans have changed, they need to be on the phone with you. And if you do not answer, your partner needs to call the police, because they have the make and they have the model and they have the license plates of the car. Because he has given all of that to you before you even got in the car with him. And, excuse me, before leaving, you needed to have given your partner make, model, color of the car, and driver's license number. Okay? Especially if it's someone that you and your inner circle have not known for a very long time, especially. Now, let me say this to you. I know that you're grown, okay? And I readily admit that this is a lot to do. I do. I do. And I also admit that you, in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to do it. But guess what, ladies? You don't live in a perfect world. Okay? You don't live in a perfect world. And if you fail to do this, and if you found yourself in the presence of a psychopath, a mass murderer who was never intent on allowing you to ever go back home, you will wish to God you had followed every bit of this advice. And guess what? Doing what I just shared with you, which might seem intrusive to many of you, but it's life-saving. That notwithstanding, it's a small price to pay to ensure your safety in this world with sick people all around us. So, practice smart dating and live to see another day. So, ladies, if you enjoy this content, do me a favor. I'm trying to grow the channel. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you will be notified as soon as I post a new video. Now, I invite you to join me every Thursday evening for my pre-dating group masterclass. It's a masterclass for single women where I teach you the things that you need to know about men, how to be in a relationship with men and get what you need in that relationship, how to be in a relationship with men, and how to be loved by that man on your terms and not his. I teach all of that. Pre-dating masterclass. And guess what? It's every Thursday at 6 p.m. and it's free of charge. Ladies, you single ladies, you ought to be blowing my website up. And speaking of website, to register, here's the site. All right? Go there, copy it, go there and register, and show up this Thursday. Because if you do, I'm going to provide you with a skill set that the likes of none of your girlfriends will possess, especially those who don't join the master class with you. And you will be the envy of your friends. And watch your dating change forever. That's a fact of life. All right? So, ladies, I hope to see you Thursday. I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away free of charge because I think women are the best people on planet Earth. And because of how the women of my life, my mother, my aunts, my best friend Katie and others, church members, how they have blessed me, the least I can do is pay it forward and give it to as many of you that will register and sign up. So go ahead and register. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. But be blessed because I will see you tomorrow for day 89 of this 90-day challenge. Be blessed. I'll see you then.